So today I want to talk about budgeting and the proper way to budget. And I've done this in Every Dollar, but it was really, the purpose wasn't to really show what I'm about to show now. So let's talk about the proper way to budget. There's only one way to budget, and that is doing an Every Dollar budget. Any other budget is not the proper way. So let's talk about that. So we're going to do a mock budget. We are going to say that our monthly income is $2,000. So when you're doing your budget, you have to write in your fixed expenses, which are those that don't really change, and then your variable expenses, which are those that do change. And it is really up to you to decide what you think is a fixed expense and what you think is a variable expense. I would say rent or mortgage is a fixed expense. I would say your water bill is a fixed expense. Your electricity is a fixed expense. I would say that your phone bill was a fixed expense. Gas for the house, if you have gas, is a fixed expense. And I would say your food and the gas for your car are fixed expenses. Those are what I would consider to be fixed expenses. Anything else is debatable. Anything else is variable. Anything else might have to be eliminated in the event that we got ourselves into a bind. And so I've kind of talked about these things when I talked in my How to Stop Living Paycheck to Paycheck video. But let's talk about this. So let's do our numbers. So if you make $2,000 a month, and we're going by the household guidelines, which indicate that you really shouldn't be spending more than 25% of your income in the housing category, we would go with $500. Water, I'm going to say, is $30. I'm going to say electricity is $80. I'm going to say our phone bill is $40. The gas for our house is $50. The food for our bellies is $150, assuming this is for one person. And the gas for our car is $100 a month. So let's total that up. Total equals 500 plus 30 plus 80 plus 40 plus 50 plus 150 plus 100 equals $950. So let's move on then to our variable expenses. And I would say cable and internet. I know we think that we can't live without the both of them, but we can. I would say our toiletries. I would say our gym membership, our allowance, our car insurance, our life insurance, that's all. That's what I would probably consider variable. Let's say our cable and internet is $100, our toiletries $50, our gym $10, our allowance $50, our car insurance $80, and our life insurance $15. 100 plus 50 plus 10 plus 50 plus 80 plus 15. So our total equals 305. So what's next? I would say then we would do our debts. So let's say car payment $300, student loans minimum payment $150, credit card 1, minimum payment $25, credit card 2, minimum payment $50. So let's total that up. $300 plus $150 plus $25 plus $50. $525. So let's total all of this up. So our total income equals $2,000. And let's say our total expenses equals $950 plus $305 plus $525. That's $1,780. So what is remaining is $220. So this is the part where most people fail. We cannot leave this $220 to chance. We have to do something with it. It absolutely has to go someplace. If you leave it there, it's going to be gone by the end of the month. Trust me. If you do your budget and you leave that extra money kind of just lingering, it's not going to be there. So where can we allocate those $220? Where can we put those? Might you want to put it extra on your car payment? Might you want to put it extra on your student loans? Maybe you put more on credit card 1 or credit card 2, whatever the case is. What are you going to do with the $220? Maybe you're not interested in paying off debt. I'm not here to tell people that they don't need to pay off debt or that they need to pay off debt or whatever it is. I don't really care about that. All I really care about is managing money. So where are you going to put that $220? That's all I'm saying. So you have to figure out, maybe you want to save it. Put it in savings. Maybe you want to invest it. Put it towards investing. What are you going to do with it? In this case, I'm going to say we're going to add the extra money towards our credit card 1 payment. So you just add the $220 here, which brings us to $245. Your remaining is no longer $220. Your new remaining equals $0 because we want to do an every dollar budget. And so some of these are going to change. Obviously, your budget is pretty much like estimates. So your water bill might come in at $28. Still, what are you going to do with that extra money for your water bill? Your that you saved on your water. Your food might come in less. Where are you going to allocate that money? Your gym, maybe you cancel it. Where are you going to put that extra $10? You have to be mindful of your money and of your spending. That's why tracking expenses is so important. You have to know where your money is going. That's why I do a weekly check-in on every dollar to see where our money is going. You have to be mindful of this. You can't create a budget at the beginning of the month and at the end of the month, you have no idea where your money has gone because you didn't check in with your budget. You have to do that. And honestly, this is like the most basic way of budgeting. This works just fine. You don't need a fancy planner. Absolutely not. You can literally turn this over, write expense tracker, and then you can track your expenses. You can make 2 columns, 3 columns, and you can track your expenses here. This is really all that you need. I mean, you don't have to have anything fancy, but the thing that I want to stress is we cannot leave the money that we think that we have left over, we cannot leave that lingering. It is going to be gone by the end of the month. We have to allocate every single dollar. And maybe you didn't want to put all of the $220 towards the credit card. Maybe you wanted to put an extra $50 on your car payment. I mean, like I said, I do the snowball method, so I believe in paying off debts, one by one. But I'm not really here to tell anybody any differently. If you want to learn more about that method, I suggest you look up Dave Ramsey. All I'm trying to stress is that you absolutely have to give every dollar a name, because I had gone years attempting to budget. I wasn't really tracking my expenses. I had money left over and the money was gone by the end of the month, and I was over budget or running out of money at the end of the month, which running out of, they call it running out of money before you run out of month. That used to be me. I had to use a credit card or whatever the case was. So this is what an every dollar budget is, and this is what I want you guys to practice and to try to implement going into the new year. It's certainly not too late into the month to try to implement this now. I've really found it super helpful to do every dollar budgets, and I just discovered every dollar budgets like 7 months ago, and since I have been doing them, you guys know this, we have paid off something like $16,500, and you know, we have just been really thriving with our every dollar budget. So anyway, I want you guys to practice this, to take a look at it, to see if it's something that you can do. It's not too late in the month to whip together your December budget. It's never too late. Even if you're going to whip it together for, you know, just the remaining 3-ish weeks, that works too. All a budget is doing, whenever you're doing a budget, all you're doing is being in control of your money, telling your money where to go, instead of letting your money be in control of you and wondering where your money went at the end of the month. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and you found it helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. Again, I'm only here to share with you guys what we have done.